We'll start the discussion on today. We'll start the discussion on non-homogeneous system of linear equations. Okay. So this is our topic, non-homogeneous system of linear equations. So what is the general form of it?
X is equals to B.
Right.
Equal to B.
General Ax equal to B is general form for system of linear equations. I'm asking for non-homogeneous system.
Ax equal to D.
Ax equal to B. This is the general form where B is
Equals to-
non-zero. B not equal to 0, then only it is non-homogeneous system. No, that means at least one of the right hand side constant must be non-zero. You should have at least one non-zero constant right hand side. Okay, so then how to solve this system? Now again we have to ask a few questions. What are the questions I asked earlier? Whether this is consistent system, will it be consistent always? Second question, if consistent, how many solutions will exist? Third question, if if it is consistent, how to solve the non-homogeneous system? Okay, we have to answer three questions. Okay, so can you tell me, is it consistent always?
Not always.
No.
Not. So can you give an example of it? Can you provide an example of a system where it may not have any solution? Can you think of something like x plus y equals to 1, x plus y equal to 2? Is there any solution for it?
No.
Can you find a pair of numbers having some 1 as well as some 2? Sum is unique, right? Either sum will be 1 or sum can be 2. It cannot be both 1 and 2. That means you cannot find any pair of x and y which will satisfy both the equations. Solution means it has to satisfy each and every equation. So you don't find any pair of numbers satisfying both the equations. Therefore, this system does not have a solution. Therefore, it is inconsistent. What kind of system it is? Non-homogeneous system. So it is a inconsistent system. So similarly, can you provide an example of a consistent system? Something like x plus y equal to 1, x minus y equal to 1. Is it consistent?
Yes.
X equal to
Yes,
1, y equal to
Y equal
0.
0.
1 plus 0, 1, 1 minus 0, 1. So is there any other solution for it?
No.
There is only one solution for it. It is having a unique solution. Am I right? Now, can you provide a system having infinite solutions? X plus y equal to 1, 2x plus 2y equal to 2. How many solutions are there?
One, sir. 1 by 2 will be the solution, sir.
How many solutions are there? Infinite solutions.
Infinite.
Because any point on this line, any point on this line will be a solution. What is this? This is 1 comma 0. This is 0 comma 1. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. So 1 0 will satisfy both the equations. 0 1 satisfy both the equations. Similarly, 1 by 2 1 by 2 will satisfy both the equations. Like that, how many points are satisfying?
Infinite.
Infinitely many. Any point on this line will satisfy both the equations. Therefore, all these points are going to be solutions of this system. Therefore, there are infinitely many solutions. Do you follow? So what is your comment here? Consistent. This is inconsistent, right? Inconsistent. And what is your comment here? Consistent. Consistent. And
Unique
has
solution.
and a unique solution. And here consistent.
Infinite solutions.
Infinite solutions. Okay. Now so what is your observation for inconsistency and consistency? When can you say the system is going to be consistent, or when it will be inconsistent? That we have seen through rank comparison previously. So do you have any such condition here to say it is going to have a solution, it is not going to have a solution? If solution exists, unique solution, otherwise infinitely many solutions. You said
Sir,
you studied. Tell me.
if rank of AB is not equal to rank of A, then it doesn't have any solution.
What do you mean by AB?
Sir, augmented matrix, sir.
What do you mean by
The
what do you mean by augmented matrix?
coefficients and also the constant.
What is the meaning of augmentation? Joining, right? So matrix A
Coefficient
is there,
constant.
matrix A is there, matrix B is there. Join these two matrix, the resultant matrix is said to be a augmented matrix, right? So rank of the augmented matrix must be equal to rank of the coefficient matrix.
Coefficient matrix.
Then only the system will be consistent. If these two ranks are different, it will be inconsistent system. Okay, so we'll write that point. Okay, so so we'll write in the form of a note. Okay, note. Okay, so what are the points? First one, the matrix. Okay, obtained the matrix formed by augmenting B with A, okay, is called augmented matrix, right? Is the spelling correct? And is denoted by A bar B. Okay, so that is what the augmented matrix. So what is the next point? The system, the non-homogeneous, all of you write in your notebook, the non-homogeneous system Ax equal to B. So if I say non-homogeneous system, that means P is not equal to 0, is consistent. Okay, if and only if. So what is our conclusion? Rank of augmented matrix equal to rank of augmented matrix is equals to rank of A. Okay, what is the rank symbol in your notebook? Rank you replace with the row. Okay, so can I write like that? I can insert the symbol. No, is it symbol there? Row. Yes. Okay. So rank of this augmented matrix is equal to rank of A. Okay. So if it is consistent, then how many solutions will exist? For the consistent, suppose I will suppose that suppose Ax equal to B. Okay. Suppose the non-homogeneous system x equal to B is consistent. Okay. Then case 1. What is case 1? Ax
Unique.
Unique.
Ax equal to B has a unique solution. When? Tell me.
Rank of AB equal to rank of A equal to number of variables.
Control V. Rank of AB equal to, let us say I will denote this with R. R equal to N. What do you mean by N? Number of variables. Correct. So when it will have infinitely many solutions.
And rank of A is
Less than number of variables.
Less than the number of variables. Infinite. It is less than the number of variables. Okay, so whenever rank is less than n, it will have infinitely many solutions provided it is consistent. And if the rank is equal to number of variables and is consistent, it will have a unique solution. Okay, that we can verify in these 3 examples. Okay, so in this case, what is the augmented matrix? You see, in the augmented matrix, in the first case, augmented matrix is 1 1 1 1 is the quotient matrix. Now you write a bar, you give a bar and write 1 2. Okay, and after converting into echelon form, so if you apply R2 gets R2 minus R1, this will be 1 1 1 0 0 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, so what is rank of A and rank of the augmented matrix? Rank of A is equals to
2,
rank of A.
1.
A is this matrix, no? A is converted to this form. So this is an echelon form. What is rank of A? 1. And what is the rank of the augmented matrix? Number of non-zero rows. 2 non-zero rows are there, right? So rank of the augmented matrix is 2. So rank of A not equal to rank of the augmented matrix. Actually, I should put a bracket here. Therefore, it is a inconsistent system. Therefore, it is an inconsistent system. Okay. The same thing you can verify here also. Whereas here, augmented matrix is so when you convert augmented matrix into echelon form, automatically its submatrix A also will be in will be converted into echelon form. So in this case, 1 1 1 minus 1 1 1. So after converting into echelon form, this will be 1 1 1. R2 gets R2 minus R1 means 0 minus 2 0. Now you can see This matrix, augmented matrix, is in echelon form with rank is equal to 2. Why 2? Number of non-zero rows are 2, and this matrix, this submatrix, also in echelon form having rank 2. So rank of A is 2 because it is converted to echelon form. Rank of the augmented matrix is also 2 because this is also converted into echelon form. Therefore, and that rank is equal to 2. What is 2? 2 equal to number of variables. Therefore, it is satisfying case 1. Case 1. Okay. So it is it is having unique solution. Okay. So rank of A. So what is our conclusion? I think we can increase the space here. Okay. So for this, what is our understanding? So rank of A is equals to rank of the augmented matrix is equals to R equals to 2 equal to n. Therefore, unique solution. Whereas here, what is the augmented matrix? Augmented matrix is 1 1 1 2 2 2. So after converting into echelon form, you will notice that R2 gets R2 minus R1. It is equivalent to 1 1 1. R2 gets R2 minus 2R1, 0 0 0. In this case, rank of the augmented matrix is 1 and rank of the quotient matrix is also 1. So both are equal, means consistent, but that 1 is less than the number of variables. Therefore, it will have infinitely many solutions. Rank of A is equal to rank of the augmented matrix is equals to R equals to 1 less than n. Okay. Therefore, it is consistent and having infinitely many solutions. Okay. So when the system is given, when the non-homogeneous system is given, okay, so when we cannot immediately, we don't immediately try to solve the system. We will solve the system only after ensuring that it is consistent. If it is not consistent, we're not going to solve the system. We'll simply say that it will not have any solution. Okay. Okay. So then how many independent variables will be there? Next question is how many free variables will be there? How many independent solutions will be there? Any idea?
N minus R, sir.
In consistent system, X equal to B, there will be N minus R free variables. Whether it is homogeneous or non-homogeneous, the number of free variables will be N minus R only. Okay. And in that case, the system Ax equal to B has how many independent solutions? For a homogeneous system, there will be N minus R linearly independent solutions, no? For non-homogeneous,
R individual.
okay, we'll see through problem. Okay, we'll solve the problem, then from that you tell me your observations. How many independent solutions will be there? For a homogeneous system, number of free variables is N minus R. Number of linearly independent solutions are also N minus R, I said. Whereas for non-homogeneous, I am telling there will be N minus R free variables, but I am asking you how many independent solutions it could have. Will it be N minus R again, or anything else? Okay, so now we'll see, we'll try to solve the system. Before solving the system of non-homogeneous system, we discussed a few properties on homogeneous system. Two properties. You remember, sum of two solutions of a homogeneous system is a solution, and any one non-zero solution can generate infinitely many solutions, I said. Are those two properties also valid for non-homogeneous? Can I say that linear combination of two solutions is also a solution to non-homogeneous system?
No, sir.
How can you argue? How can you justify?
Sir, in that case, we said that ax1 equal to 0 and ax2
Suppose
equal to 0.
yeah,
Here
if
it is
x1 is
b.
a solution of ax equal to b, that means what, ax1 has to be equal to b, because it has to satisfy. Similarly, x2 is a solution means what? This also had to satisfy. That means ax2 is also equal to b. Now, if you want to check whether sum of these two solutions is also a solution, you simply multiply a with this sum. So ax1 plus ax2, this is by distributive law. Now ax1 is b and ax2 is also b. B plus b is equal to 2b. 2b is not equal to b, no, because b is non-zero. Because 2b is not equal to b, x1 plus x2, a into x1 plus x2 is not equal to b. It is not satisfying. Sum of two solutions cannot be a solution of the non-homogeneous system. Similarly, if you are taking a 2 into x1, okay, when you multiply with a, this is 2 into ax1. ax1 is b, so this is 2 into b. Again, it is not equal to b. So one non-zero solution, if you take a multiple of a non-zero solution, that cannot be a solution of the system again. Okay, so those properties are not valid for non-homogeneous. That means to say that if x1 x2 are two solutions, their linear combination k1 x1 plus k2 x2 will not be a solution. K1 x1 plus k2 x2 will not be a solution. May not be a solution to the non-homogeneous system. Okay, so these properties are not true. That means not true means what? There are some pairs for which they violate these conditions. So so this property is not at all there. Okay, now we are ready to do some problems. Okay, so take some problems. Okay, so how the problem would be now? So problems. Test for homogeneous system, I didn't ask you to check whether the system is consistent or not. Why? Because the homogeneous system is always consistent. But here I have to ask you whether the system is consistent or not, right? So test. Okay. Test for consistency. Test for consistency of the following non-homogeneous system. All of you note down. Test for consistency of the following non-homogeneous system of equations. If consistent, find. If consistent, then solve. Consistent, solve them. Okay, so take the first problem. So problem number 1. So note down the first problem. X plus y plus z equal to 4. X plus y plus z equal to 4. 2x plus 5y. 2x plus 5y minus 2z equal to 3. And x plus 7y. X plus 7y minus 7z equal to 5. Okay. So this is the problem. So what you have to do? First, you have to rewrite this as matrix form 1 1 1 1 5 minus 2. Write the coefficients of the variables 1 7 minus 7. Argument
So
with
it's 2 in the second row. 2 5 minus 2.
okay, 2 5 minus 2, correct. I'll change it. 2 5 minus 2, and this has to be augmented with 4 3 5. Sorry, I'm trying to write down the matrix form, no? Okay. So this has to be multiplied with x, y, z equal to 4 3 5. So it is in the form ax equal to b. Okay. Now you consider the augmented matrix. That is matrix A joined with P 4 3 5. Now using your row transformations, convert this matrix into echelon form and then compare the ranks of quotient matrix as well as the augmented matrix. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay. So meanwhile you complete converting into echelon form. Write down the augmented matrix and convert into echelon form using your row operations. So it is going to be 1 1 1 2 5 minus 2. Third row 1 7 minus 7 augmented with 4 3 5. 4 3 5. Okay, what are the row operations? R2 gets R2 minus 2R1. R3 gets R3 minus R1. So it is equivalent to 1 1 1 4. 2 minus 2 0. 5 minus 2 3. Minus 2 minus 2 minus 4. 3 minus 8 minus 5. So 1 minus 1 0. 7 minus 1 6. Minus 7 minus 1. Minus 7 minus 1 minus 8. And 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4 1. Okay, what is the next pivot? Next pivot is 3. Okay, so R3 gets
R3 minus 2R1.
R3 minus 2R2. R3 minus 2 R2. So this is equivalent to saying that 1 1 1 4 0 3 minus 4 minus 5 0 0 0 6 sir. 6.
11, sir.
11, sir.
Oh,
It's-
R3 minus 2 R2. Correct?
Yes.
R3 minus 2 R2. Correct. 2 R2. So it has to be 11. Okay. So now it is in echelon form. When the augmented matrix is in echelon form, then the submatrix is also in echelon form. So now you can see that rank of the coefficient matrix is number of non-zero rows 2, whereas the rank of the augmented matrix is number of non-zero rows 3. So rank of A is equals to 2, and rank of the augmented matrix is equals to 3. Okay, rank of A is not equal to rank of the augmented matrix. Therefore, what is your conclusion?
It is inconsistent.
Therefore, AX equal to B is inconsistent. That means to say that it is not having no solution. It does not have any solution. Okay. So we don't need to proceed further because it is inconsistent. You cannot find out any solution for it. So take the next problem. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Right. So second problem, 2x plus 5y. 2x plus 5y plus 3z equal to 1. Minus x plus 2y plus z equals to 2. X plus y plus z equal to 0. X plus y plus z equal to 0. So proceed for consistency, test for consistency. Okay, so from here onwards I'll be writing the augmented matrix directly, but in your solution first convert into matrix form, then only write down the augmented matrix. Okay, consider the augmented matrix. Two, 5, 3, minus 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, augment with 1, 2, 0. Okay, so convert into echelon form and find out the consistency. So what are the operations? R2 gets 2R2 plus R1, and R3 gets
2R3 minus
2R3 minus R2. 2R3 minus R2. Can you tell me the rows? 2, 5, 3, 1. 2, 5, 3, 1. What is the second row? 0.
9, 5, 5,
9, 5, 5. Third row?
0,
0, minus 3,
minus
minus 1, minus 1,
Minus
minus
3,
3,
0, minus 3,
minus 1, minus 1.
minus 1, minus 1.
Sir, it has unique solution.
Yeah, let me complete it. Okay, so if you tell the answer in advance, I cannot confirm you whether that is right or wrong. Okay, let us go along with me. So if you're answered then immediately mute yourself. Disturbances are there. So next, apply the row transformation. R3 gets 3R3.
3R3 plus R2.
Okay. So next, it is equivalent to saying that 2531 0955
0 0
0
2 2.
22. Now, is it in echelon form?
Yes.
It is in echelon form. Augmented matrix is in echelon form, and therefore rank of the augmented matrix. Okay. Rank of A is equals to rank of the augmented matrix is equal to R equal to 3, which is equal to n. N is the by default number of variables. Therefore, what is your conclusion? Ax equal to b is consistent.
And has unique solution.
Yes, and has a unique solution. Because it is consistent and having a unique solution, we can start proceeding to solve the non-homogeneous system. How do you solve the non-homogeneous system now? Because it is consistent, we want to solve the non-homogeneous system. How do we solve? How did we solve the homogeneous system after converting into echelon form?
Reduced
We have written the equivalent system or the reduced system of equations. Okay, similar way, write down. So Ax equal to b is equivalent to what is the reduced system now? 2x plus 5y plus 3z equals to 1. What is the next equation? 9y plus
5 plus 5z equals to 0.
5z equals to 5. What is the last one?
2z is equals to 2.
So when 2z equals to 2, then what is z value?
1.
Z value is 1. Call this as equation 1. Call this as equation 2. Call this as equation 3. Therefore, what will be y value?
Y is 0.
Y value is 0. And then what will be x value?
-1.
-1.
Minus 1. Therefore, what is your solution? -1, 0, 1. -1, 0, 1. How do you check whether your answer is right or wrong?
Substitute in the equation.
Substitute in
Substituting in the equation.
each equation. Then check whether those values are satisfying each equation or not. -1, 0, 1. Is it satisfying?
Yes, sir.
-2 plus 3, 1. Okay. -1, 1 plus 1, 2. Okay. 0. Okay. So they are said these numbers are satisfying every equation. Therefore, is the solution, and it is the only solution. Please mute yourself. If there is any background disturbance, please mute yourself. I'm repeatedly telling. So it is the only solution. So how many independent solutions are there in this case? Solutions are 1. Number of solutions are 1, and the number of independent solutions are also 1. Remember, independent solution is basically a non-zero solution. Zero solution cannot be independent. Cannot be independent. Okay. So there is only one independent solution. What is n minus r here?
0.
0.
0.
So,
0.
but here you are getting one independent solution. So n minus r independent solutions is ruled out for non-homogeneous system. Do you follow? For homogeneous system, I said that there will be n minus r independent solutions. If the same is true for here also, then n minus r must be 0 here. 0 independent solution should occur, but 0 independent solution is ruled out for a non-homogeneous system. There will be at least one independent solution. So n minus r is not the correct answer for number of for the number of linearly independent solutions of a non-homogeneous system. Do you follow?
Yes, sir.
There must be something else. There must be
Yes.
another formula for the number of independent solutions, but definitely it is not n minus r. Is this clear?
Yes.
So what will be that?
Yes.
I'm asking you to tell. So just to see. So can you guess? Can you guess now? What will be the formula? Huh?
N minus r.
N minus r.
Plus 1.
N minus r plus 1. You are telling that n minus r plus 1 number of independent solutions will be there for a non-homogeneous consistent system. Okay. We will see another problem, and from that in that you tell me whether that formula you are telling the formula n minus r plus 1 that is valid for that problem. Okay, then we can come to a conclusion whether n minus r plus 1 is correct or not. Okay, take the next problem. Let me give the title. Okay, so let me partition it. Right. So problem number 3. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Note down the next problem. Here it is. Okay. Take this problem. X plus y plus z equal to 1. X plus y plus z equal to 1. X plus 2y plus x plus 2y plus 4z. X plus 2y plus 4z equal to 1, and x plus 4y plus 10z. X plus 4y plus 10z equal to 1. Now test for consistency first, then you tell me the solution. All of you do it. Okay, so don't look at my solution. All of you do it yourself.
Consistency.
Now you can see it is consistent because rank of A is equals to rank of the augmented matrix is equals to R equals to 2, but it is less than N, where N equals to 3, number of variables. So what is your first conclusion?
It has infinite solution.
What is your first conclusion?
Consistent.
Right. X equal to B is consistent. And has
Infinite
Infinite
solution.
solution.
Did I mention about that in the note? Yes, infinite solutions.
Yes.
And has infinite solutions. Now, how to find out those infinite solutions? Write down the equivalent system. Okay. So X equal to B is equivalent to what is the new system? Can you tell me?
X plus y plus z equals to 1.
X plus Y plus
Equals to 1.
X plus Y plus Z.
Equals to 1.
What is the next equation?
Y plus 3z is equal to 0.
5 plus z equals to 0.
So from this, what is Y?
Minus
3.
3z.
So how many free variables are there here? You are able to one. You are able to express. You are able to express Y in terms of Z, no?
Yes.
And X will be in terms of Y and Z. Y is in terms of Z. Therefore, X and Y are depending on Z. So there is only one free variable. What is one free variable? What is that one refers to? N minus R. 3 minus 2 is one free variable. Whereas in the previous problem, there is no free variable. Do you see? N minus R equal to 3 minus 3 equal to 0. N minus R equals 3 minus 3 equal to 0. There is no free variable. That's why we did not assign any arbitrary constant to any variable. There is no arbitrary constant involved here. See?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So no free variable, no arbitrary constant. Here there is only one free variable. So one arbitrary constant. So I can assign arbitrary constant to Z. Okay. So I will consider Z as an arbitrary constant. So let Z equal to K1. This implies that what is Y? Minus
K1.
Therefore, what is X? Can you tell me from the first equation?
1 plus 4z.
1 plus
4z.
Equal to
plus
2.
2z.
2k.
Yes, sir.
1 plus 2z. What is 1 plus 2z? What is z now? You have to substitute z also, no?
Yeah.
So
1 plus 2.
1 plus 2k1.
1 plus 2k1. Therefore, what is your solution? X equal to x, y, z. I can write it as 2k1 plus 1. Next, minus 3k1,
K1.
k1. Can I write it as a linear combination of two vectors?
Yes, sir.
What are those?
K1 into
A1
K1 into 2 minus 3, 1
1
plus 1, 0, 0.
1 0 0. Okay. Now can you tell me the number of independent solutions here?
2.
Can you tell me the number of independent solutions?
2.
Can you tell me what? Can you tell me those independent solutions?
1 minus 3.
2 minus 3 1.
Yes, sir.
Is this a solution?
1 0 0.
2 minus 3 1. You are telling one independent solution is 2 minus 3 1. Other independent solution is 1 0 0. Let us check whether these are actually solutions or not. Forget about independency. First, they have to be solutions. Then only you can talk about independent or not. So whether 1 0 0 satisfying each and every equation?
Yes, sir.
1 0 0
Yes, sir.
1 0 0 1 0 0
Yes, sir.
0. Here I think the equation is here. No, sorry. So 1 0 0 satisfying, 1 0 0 satisfying, 1 0 0 satisfying. So second one is a solution. What about 2 minus 3 1? Is 2
No, sir.
2 minus
sir.
3 1 satisfying?
It's not satisfying.
No.
No,
Then
sir.
it is not at all a solution, no? So when 2, because
Yes.
2 minus 3 1 is not satisfying, it is not a solution. Then what can you say about the number of solutions? Will it have the number of solutions are infinite? I agree, because you can give infinitely many values to k1, so you can produce infinitely many solutions. So infinite solutions is justified. Infinite solutions is justified. I'm asking about the number of independent solutions. How can you get the how many number of independent solutions will be there?
1.
So this is ruled out. Only one.
Yes, sir.
If it is only one, then
Yes,
your
sir.
formula n minus r plus 1 will be wrong.
Yes, it is.
So then what could be the formula? Or do you provide another independent solutions? If your formula, if you want to tell the formula is n minus r plus 1, it has to be 3 minus 2 plus 1 has to be equal to 2. So among two independent solutions, we got one independent solution. Can you get one more solution so that your formula will be justified? Can't you provide another independent solution? If you can provide one more independent solution, your formula remains true, no? Can't you get one more independent solution? What do you mean by independent solutions? You cannot express one vector as a multiple of another vector, or you cannot express one vector as a linear combination of the remaining vectors. Then the set of vectors are said to be linearly independent. Can't you get one more independent solution?
I can get, sir.
How? Then provide me.
0, 1, 0 satisfies the equation.
0 1 0 will satisfy. Are you telling randomly or what? We got the solutions in this form. Is your 0 1 0 obtained from this or what? Or you are telling randomly?
Randomly.
Randomly, how can you say? Then why to solve all the why to do all these steps?
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, we are solving for x, y, and z, no, sir.
Yeah, we are solving for x, y, z.
We got two solutions.
What are the two solutions?
Actually, y is
You are telling 2 minus 3 1 is a solution. 2 minus 3 1 is not a solution. Just now we concluded no, because it is not satisfying this one.
Why isn't it a solution?
Because it is not satisfying.
I mean, it should satisfy, no, sir, according to us.
No.
It's not necessary.
We need to get the infinite solutions. We can get infinite solutions by giving different values to k1.
So k1 equal to 1.
Yeah, give k1 equal to 1. If you give k1 equal to 1, what is x? Is this solution? Is
3
this
minus 3, 1.
Yeah. So solution is sum of these two for different values of k1. Not this itself.
Yes.
Do you understand?
it, sir. Got it.
So what is your next solution? If I give k1 equal to 1, 2 plus 1, 3, minus 3,
Minus
1.
1.
Is this satisfying? 3 minus 3, 1 satisfying? See,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
3 minus 3, 1 will satisfy each and every equation. Is that okay? Therefore, it is a solution.
sir.
Therefore, it is a solution. Is it an independent solution to the first one? Are these two independent?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, because are these
Yes,
two?
sir.
They are independent, no? You see, can you express one vector as a multiple of another vector? If you multiply this vector with any number, say 2, 3, 2 into 0, 0, can you get minus 3? 4 into 0, 0, can you get minus 3? With whatever the number you are multiplying with x2, you cannot get x1. Therefore, you cannot express this vector as a multiple of another vector. Therefore, these two are linearly independent. Therefore, we are able to produce two linearly independent solutions. And if you take one more, if you give me one more solution, let us say k1 equal to 2, you will get a third solution, but that third solution will be
It's not independent.
it is not independent with these two, because that will be a linear combination of these two. So only you will have 2, and only maximum number of independent solutions will be 2. You will not have 3 independent solutions, 4 independent solutions. 4 solutions exist, 3 solutions exist, 10 solutions exist, but the independent solutions will be at most 2. Therefore, is your formula remains valid?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Therefore, what is your conclusion now?
Number of
Linearly independent solutions for non-homogeneous system is n minus r plus 1.
plus 1.
Okay, write this as a note. Is that okay? Add this to your note. Okay, so today we have seen the discussion on non-homogeneous system, followed by test for consistency. We solved some problems, and I shall give some more problems as homework after this class. You try to solve those problems. Okay. Okay, so stay back.